in time. So we actually want to go D. I'm going to carve some up-down stairs. All in through there. Why won't it do it for these? Did it just... Wait. That's weird. What's going wrong here? Let's remove the designation real quick. Oh, I made upstairs instead of up downstairs. Okay, there we go. Now that's doing right. You're the guy that became aware, Chinchilla. I have not had any weird bugs with this tile set yet at all, no. Where things don't last. Your military is getting mean, oh boy. Oh man, that sucks. I've had no bugs at all with this tile set so far. Everything's been totally fine for me. I mean, so far. I mean, I haven't put a huge amount of time into it, but... Yeah, what kind of bugs are you getting, man? That sucks. I should really probably count to make sure this is middle. 10, 20, 30, 40. And that puts us 1, 2, 3 out. 10, 20, or actually, how did I do it? I did it from here, actually. 10, 20, 30, 40, and that puts us 1, 2, 3 out. Perfect, actually. Wow, nice. Just real glitchy? Man, that sucks. Yeah, no, everything's been totally fine for me, both before switching to this version and now on this version. That's really sucky that it was so glitchy for you. What a bummer. Could be. And maybe when you switch... Wait, so that was on the new version that it was having the troubles? Because it might just be now that you switch to the new version, the next... Or maybe one of your Lazy Noob Pack downloads didn't work out quite right. And that was the problem. Now we've got some beds getting made. We've got plenty of beds. Okay, so we're going to want to set up... I think we're going to have... We're definitely going to have a tavern somewhere. And that's going to be where kind of all of our rooming is located. It's all going to be kind of tavern-centric. And that'll be at like somewhere near the top. And then as you dive deeper, it'll be in the library itself. I'm excited too, Disco. I want like a library that is getting visited by folks of all of the races, because I actually picked a world that specifically is, so it's very old. I made it go for 550 years, so there would be lots of knowledge to write down. And I made it have lots of civilizations in it, so it took forever to run the world gen. But hopefully there will be lots of people who come to view our civilization. I'll pull up the Legends viewer later on, just so we can get a good idea of who it is that might come to add knowledge and take knowledge away. But yeah, we should have a pretty good active library if all goes according to plans. Also, I think I've muted weather. Let's unmute the weather. Oh, no, the rain is just very quiet today. Yeah, the real question becomes how to set up as we're getting started. Like, where do I want my people to sleep up until I have the library functioning in a way where there can be dormitories within the library? How do I want my... Wow, everyone is very happy. That's cool. How do I want my farming to be done? I think I want all of my farming to be deep underground, which will mean, of course, bringing water down deep underground to make sure that... Can I just build up downstairs above this too? I think I can. Let's go D-I... Am I over the right place? Yes. Occasionally a visitor will take one of the... Yeah, thus making it famous and getting people to make copies of it. That is super cool. That's what I've heard, that people can take books with them, people can leave books behind, so I can gather just an immense amount of wealth of knowledge from the whole world, essentially. Let's make the stairs go all the way up to this level. And then that'll be the top level. Actually, so let's make these downstairs. Let's instead do J for downstairs. Yeah, because that'll be the top level of the library itself, but then I think I'm also going to build a spire that comes out of the mountain. Things I'm thinking of doing, so you guys are on the same page as I am. I'm definitely going to be digging out a lot of space around, so there's a great cavernous opening that you can look down into with bridges to cross it. So this tunnel, these tunnels will be the main entrance, but then I'm actually going to dig out great channels and pits that will be all through here. And not only am I going to have them be, great pits, but I've settled myself near a river on purpose so that I can channel this through and make great waterfalls that go down on either side of my library. So you come in and you see the main body of the library, this grand smooth stone library with just these massive waterfalls flowing down on either side, just the most awe-inspiring thing to make sure these scholars have the most inspiration they possibly can. It's kind of what I'm going for. And you've read a bit into the mechanics and experimented with a bit. Getting goods ready for bookmaking. Yeah, that's... as far as farming goes, I've actually brought almost exclusively pigtail seeds, because I know I'm going to need a lot of pigtail fiber to make paper for books. Also, I'm going to need to start getting metals really quick so that I can both make traps, of course, weapon traps and the like, so that I can defend this place once the siege comes. But also, yeah, the waterfall mist makes them happy. That'll be great. But yeah, also to make book scrolls, scroll holders, and book bindings. We want nice book bindings, nice scroll holders, so that everyone can have the highest quality books possible. Now, oh, you know what I was going to do? I was going to make it only 3 instead of 5. Oh, well, too late now. I can always deconstruct that later in some way. But that was just me forgetting what I was planning on doing as I was doing it. So let's even just make it right in the rest of the places. Let's remove the designation there, and let's go down here and just go like that, and like that. Central staircase. I didn't bring just pigtails. Yeah, no worries. I have, of course, dimple cups and plum helmets and a few sweet pods as well. I just brought more pigtail seeds than anything else because I knew that those would be the things I need to make the biggest farms for. Yeah, no, I do have enough crops to actually survive. We won't be dying. Now, I think on this top floor is going to be the starting dormitory layer. And eventually this will become kind of a part of the tavern itself. So let's go ahead and plan that out a little bit. We'll go 3 out this way. I think we want to go 3 out that way. And let's actually go 1, 2, 3, come out this way. Oops, forgot to go like that. Yeah. Not dying of starvation is probably the best way to start this, because we're probably going to die to goblins in the first few attempts. I actually expect that this setup will take a couple tries. I don't expect to successfully create a great library on the first try, especially since invasions are so much more on this one, and I am committed to having no military at all. I don't expect this to be easy in any way. I expect this to be one of the more difficult. I expect to actually have a good amount of fun, essentially, is what I'm saying. How does that look for... I guess this doesn't leave enough space. Yeah, lots of new things to learn. I don't think this leaves enough space for rooms, so I should actually bring this in and bring this in, because I want to make this generally a... Actually, it kind of leaves enough room for rooms, depending on the size I make each room. So like if I now go something like this and have a very small room there, if I go here and have a slightly larger room, and in fact, if I kind of go like this and have a little hallway to this room, I can even fit... no, there's not quite any way to swing that, getting an extra room fit in there. So let's go ahead and make it look a little nicer then. But yeah, to start with, we're actually going to just toggle all of this to marking. We don't want to do any of that big stuff just yet, and we want to make just a dormitory. Just a nice shared dormitory for anyone new who comes by, and for all of our people to deal with right now. Did I make that right? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, perfect. All right. Yeah, Dwarf-exandria. It'll be fun kind of experimenting with the new version, seeing what new stuff there is in the early game. It'll be fun. You know what I'm going to do real quick? Let's see if I can raise my chair a little bit, because I looked over on my other screen and I see that half the time I'm below the camera. So that's no good. That's no good at all. But yeah, let's at least get a dormitory. Yeah, let's see what else there is to learn on this new version. I'm excited. I'm very excited. Where are miners going? Oh, they're eating. Ha. Of course. Ever lazy. Always just eating away. Oh, let's let it run a little bit longer. Now, other stuff we're going to need to get set up rather quickly are some defenses. So I think, depending on how I want to do it, I am going to want to make, let's go ahead and kind of plan out the channel settings. So let's go M for marker only. We want a 5 wide channel, so it'll be 1, 2, actually we want to make sure it's in a nice place. So let's make it halfway between this and the end. So it's 1, 2, 3, that's 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37. So we'd actually want that to be at 18, so 10, 20, 19, 18. So let's just put a little marker right there real quick, or actually we'd have to do it like this. 10, 20, 19, 18. And then it's 10, 20, 19, 18. Now, did I count that right? 10, 20, 19, 18. And then from here, 10, 20, 19, 18. I think that's exactly how I want it. Yes, okay. I counted that a bunch of times just to make sure. So for the channel, we are going to then want it to go out to here. We're going to want to go out to here. So then as far as actually channeling goes, we're going to want to do all of that is going to be channeled. And let's go 18 out again from this. So it's 10, 20, 19, 18. Then back actually out to 20. I think this is what I want. No, that's 6 wide. I did it wrong. Okay, let's count this again. 10, 20, 19, 18. 10, 20, 19, 18. Perfect. Okay. So those will be the two main places where our big channel exists to then have bridges over. So I guess we could go ahead and we'll want to deal with that at some point. Not quite yet, but just having it marked out is nice. We'll want it to grow 1, 2, 3. We'll want it to come up by 20. Does that make sense? Or up only by 10? Maybe up by 15. Oh, I forgot to actually go onto channel, so like that. Does that look right? Also, I did the thing again where that's not even, so what did I do wrong? 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I forgot one row. Okay. So, and then we want to go 1, 2, 3, 4. So it'll be something like this. Then we'll want it to be exactly the same down below, so 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4. And then something like that. So the fact that it comes out of the mountain bothers me a tiny bit. So I don't know if I'm going to change how I'm going to do it, but I'm going to leave this marked for right now, just to kind of keep myself in mind of what it is that I'm going to be doing. So like this kind of channeling is going to continue way down, and that'll shape kind of how I want to do the rest of the building of the library. Because I do want, and in fact, we might end up channeling out like even more. Like we might end up channeling out all of this and like all of this, so you can see the central library building. I definitely want it to be an internally visible building where you go into the mountain and it opens up into a cavern and you can see that there is a building within the mountain with a lot of the mountain carved out. Now what we might run into is cave-ins. I don't know what the cave-in physics are exactly like in this game, because I've only had to deal with it once and it was my own stupidity that caused it that time. So I don't know if there's ways to accidentally cause cave-ins by building in the way that I'm currently building. Let's go ahead and unpause, get ready to build a dormitory. Just a simple dormitory for all of our people to sleep in so they don't get grumpy sleeping on the ground. Let's go ahead and go BB. To get some beds put in. Cave-ins, I can assure you, they absolutely do exist. Let's go over here, options. Cave-ins, yes, in all caps. Big cave-ins. I had it paused, I think. 7th bed, okay. There we go. Oh no, there are people sleeping on the floors. They started sleeping right before I got all the beds in. Darn, I was just a bit too slow. This will be nice as a starting dormitory.